think we're going to be able to get a good amount of under experience today, actually. Oh, dude. What a mistake. I didn't even think about my bond. That's unfortunate. It's okay. Can I use this bank? Damn, you're not allowed to use the bank in the crafting guild? Because you can come here. Also, the way that I'm holding this tin bulwark is fucking cursed. At least I thought you could come here. Yeah, you can. Just not use the bank? Weird. Alright. Oh. Yeah, you can't get to that bank that way. Not in a free-to-play world. Can't go that way either. God, man, you can't get anywhere from here. I think technically I could use like my bond pouch or something, but it's fine. Do I waste the extra days by using this right now? I mean, we're going to be doing it for 5 hours, so today's definitely not a waste. It's just like 1 day extra, I think. Should we double check dailies? Pretty sure we did them, but oh yeah, I need to log out first. And then I can go. Oh, there are staves here. I guess we didn't do dailies. Don't go straight to the wilderness with your fucking cash stack. That money I earned from Chinchampas is not going to look nice. Savage is going to be quite disappointed in me. Okay. And I think that's before the reset too. So I think we'll do that one more time today. At the end of the day, probably. How did I move? Oh, because it's part of the reset. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't know. Somehow making or learning that movement tech made all the difference for me for Black Chinchompas. I still don't like love the method or whatever, but it definitely works for me now. And I also did see, you know, the peers, right? I assessed my options, and this one is like the best one for me. So maybe that does have a little something to do with how positive I feel about it nowadays. But god damn, 203k? That was pretty good. All right, so yeah, I think that this is pretty close to nominal now. It's just that I obviously am resetting every now and then. There's only so much you can do, though. Unless you're crazy. I mean, I did do this for a long time without seeing anyone. I probably could have gone like 1.5, nearly 2 mil without encountering anyone. But I did encounter 2-ish guys, 3 guys that tried to kill me. No one on this world yet, so I think we'll just keep doing this until, I don't know, we get either a good amount of money or somebody shows up. No hard rules. It's kind of crazy though. If we're doing 205k right now, that means that the method that we're doing is basically that fast in theory, at least as long as there's Chinchompas. And when there's just not Chinchompas, it drops precipitously, as you can see. But nonetheless, another thing, there's only a couple things that we're missing, right? So the Chinchompas that are strays is one of them, and the other thing is banking, right? Those are the only things that we're really short on. And obviously, there's only so much that we can do about the banking thing. We could definitely bank faster. I don't know how much I'm sweating that exactly. Obviously, it'll help later for Urania, but it's one of those things where it's like I'm crossing that bridge when I come to it. That level of micro's a little too much for me. And also, it's really hard for me to like be strict on it as well. I'm alright with taking it easy there. Just letting it be what it is. Dude. It's fucking bots, man. Do you think the reason the box traps immediately disengage when you log off is because otherwise you could kind of like set up all of these or whatever, or even just set up one and like log out, especially with like a scout, and just like log back in to get the thing and then log out again? You know, like I could see there being a little bit of abuse there, at least in the wilderness. You wouldn't need to do it anywhere else, right? Yeah, these strays, not a huge problem, but definitely do mess with the rate by a good amount too. 30K? I wonder how you determine which ones are strays though. Like what's worth chasing? Is it like basically anytime you see a chinchapa that isn't like directly under your feet basically? Probably. Like that one seems like a stray to me. Both of those. I don't know if I can shoot the other one. I know I can shoot the one nearer to me. The other one might be actually like that guy's. I wonder if people actually use the wilderness team capes. Because they do have that function that we discovered in the Rogue's Castle. You don't like, if you're all wearing the same team cape, it won't let you like left click someone, even if you have like skill protection off. Kind of a shame that it takes the back slot. It's probably the best slot for it to take. Actually, boots would be the best slot for it to take, but team boots, imagine. Doesn't really have the same theming. It's probably about that time. I'll leave that one. Might be here when I get back. It is kind of a multi-step process. Banking. It's like what? Probably like 30 ticks or something like that. All because it saves me a teleport, like an option or an item in my inventory. That's really all it does. This is for sure a bot, right? Yeah. Again, if it was a person, I wouldn't mind. I did leave, but it's a bot. They'll just change worlds instantly. It's fine. We have a lot of fucking bond time left. Holy shit. 45 days from now? That's like well through July. Do you think it's against TOS in this game to like pay someone gold to do stuff for you? Probably not, right? I could kind of see like a pseudo real market trading thing being a problem, but like there's all kinds of services that you pay people for in this game. So I really have trouble imagining that it's against the rules even a little bit. But I could see them taking a stance like that as well. But like, what would you even, how would you even, like, nah, man, I want you to, you know, carry me through TOA. You know what I mean? Like, especially if they're using their account and you're using your account. I really don't see how it could be a problem that they like enforce in any way. And ultimately, that's kind of like antithetical to splits, right? It's like, well, hold on. If we split, we split, right? But if we don't split, like, how do you, what's the difference between like basically paying someone the difference and like not splitting? You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I really can't get there. I do imagine that there are games that are like that though, where it's like, nah, man, you're not allowed to do something like that. But I don't know how you would like even begin to enforce something along those lines. It's really just the real money part, right? That would be the real issue. And even then, it's only a problem if Jagex is the one not getting the money. Same with Blizzard. Blizzard's fine with selling you gold as long as you buy it from them, no one else. Does that mean that WoW you can also play like, I don't know, month to month or something like that? Free to play by like buying some kind of member equivalent thing? Also, similarly, is WoW free to play at all? Like, is there a level of WoW that is free to play, or is it just like, in order to play retail, you have to like buy the game? Because it's the same game that it's always been, right? So do you have to like buy it and then also up your subscription? Is that how it works still to this day? I'm pretty sure that's what it was back in the, I mean, before you had to get the disc, right? Like in order to play WoW, you needed to like buy a disc in store and install it onto your shit, and then that would allow you to, you know, download the shit, but you wouldn't be able to play the game until you actually up your subscription as well. It probably came with a free subscription like for a month or something, but just buying the game was not enough by itself. You buy a used copy of WoW and, you know, it is what it is. I think that there were all kinds of like Xbox Live, like 1 week, 1 month type shit. I remember that shit being like its own economy almost. Usually it wasn't like a paid thing or whatever though. It was like, you know, you could spot your homie some live. Just because like, I don't know, if you had money, if you're gonna buy an amount of membership, right, from someone else, like why don't you just get the membership itself? I guess there's reasons, but like you can get that shit in cash at any gas station or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it seems like it would be pretty fine, unless you just hate leaving your house, in which case me too, man. Fuck. I don't even know why I fucked that one up. Too slow to click on the trap, maybe? This fucking guy again. Definitely failed that. That's okay. All right, so a couple more tar. Another, what is this? Grimy Guam? If that's 30 ticks, that's what? 18 seconds? Probably a little longer than that. Still doesn't seem like it would be that long, but I don't know. Like it would be enough to affect my rate like in a big way, but I guess it is. I mean, it's not just 30 seconds. It's 30 seconds every... Dude, I don't even know. If this is 2 mil an hour, right? Then it's every 6 minutes, right? So how good it is as a moneymaker ends up hurting how good it is as an experience method. That kind of makes sense because the more money you get, the more you want to like be careful about, you know, losing it. I think it was closer to 1.1 mil an hour though. So it's like closer to 10 minutes, I guess. Oh, wait, I can just look at how frequently I bank, right? That'll tell me. Yeah, it looks like 10 minutes or so. So every hour becomes 2 minutes longer? No, more than that, 3 minutes longer. It still doesn't seem like a lot if it takes me 30 seconds to reset. I don't know. The math is probably mathing, but it just doesn't sound like it's that bad. Like, how bad is AFKing for 3 minutes on an hour? Because the way that it sounds, it's like the difference between, 150 and 200, basically. No, not quite, because I also had to stand around for these guys. But it's like about half, I would say. So it's like a little more than 10%. That doesn't sound unreasonable. Maybe it should, though. Because 5% waste costs 10% of rate. Yeah, it's probably not right. It's not exactly 5% because I'm getting a 63-minute hour or whatever, right? But it's going to be close. 3 out of 60 is 5%, right? And 3 out of 63 is going to be close to 5%, but it's probably not. It'll be less, right? But same deal. Oh man, I'm losing my marbles, brother. I actually had to go to sleep. My head's definitely not in it. Feel spacey. We're doing okay though. As far as like the grind goes. That's gotta count for something. We're like 20 minutes deep. Give or take. I guess we'll at least wait until we can do Tears of Guthix. In our dailies. I guess it doesn't matter because we'll be right back here first thing in the morning, right? I am not Max Hunter, no. Also, calling me baby girl is weird. Maybe you weren't calling me that. Maybe you just said that in the chat in reference to someone else. It's possible, I guess. They then said, oh, you don't remember K-Bye. All right. Oh, yeah, no, I'm fully PKable. You see this Din's Bulwark, Elo? I am not fighting back. If you show up right now, I'm gonna run. And if you don't teleblock me in time, I escape. If you do teleblock me, I die. Fully. I did get away from one guy who didn't teleblock me. Just the one, though. There are two, actually, now that I think about it. Nilo says Dins is just a deterrent? What do you mean? Nilo says no food makes for a dead panda. No food doesn't... The food doesn't matter. I either get teleblocked or I don't. What do you mean? I literally don't understand how food makes a difference. If I don't get teleblocked, then I can run over here and escape. If I do get teleblocked, I just die, but slower. Tank testing with food Dins. Can survive a long jog. Yeah, if you don't get frozen. What do you mean? And a long jog to where? The ditch? Because it's not like you can enter Ferox Enclave when you're being attacked either. What's your plan? All the way to the ditch. Yeah, I don't know about that one, dog. Yeah, I truly do not know who this person was. They said a lot of shit to Miss Suck, though. How long ago was this? May? What the... Bruh. This person said was here one day, a year ago, over a year ago. And they're like, you don't remember? I'm offended. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking... They didn't say they were offended. They just said bye. To be fair. It's like, bro, you're right. I don't remember one person from a year ago. Shit, I don't remember fucking almost anything from a year ago. That's a long fucking time, dude. Especially on the internet. Was Not Like Us even a song yet a year ago? Like, bro. That's a long fucking time, bro. So you bring food when you do Black Chinchompas, huh? Do you bring food everywhere you go in the wilderness? Must be. This isn't as deep as you can possibly go, but it feels damn close. May of last year. Was I maxing yet? No, not at all. Because February is when we would have played It Takes Two. Which means May of last year. That could have been like when we were playing Baldur's Gate, right? Something like that. It's only been a year. Yeah. I'm approaching my second year of streaming, so it's only been a year of RuneScape so far. It's been happening a lot recently. Now that I think about it, somebody showing up after a really long time and being surprised that I don't know them. Should my memory be like way better? I used to keep notes, actually, notes on people. And then there was too many people for me to keep notes on them. Is genuinely what happened. My notes, it was like a notepad, you know, like a TXT or whatever. It ended up being a few thousand characters long, and I was like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to like remember this. So I kind of just like fully gave up on it. I wonder what's going on with that guy. Oh, a clue doer with a D-sim. I was wondering what was up with the D-sim. That makes sense, I guess. A D-sim over a Fang, though? Wonder what's up with that. Homie's just balling. Oh, what a nice guy. Dang, look at all the clue doers. In a way, it's kind of alarming because, like, I feel like the reason there's a clue step here, not the reason, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, oh, you know what? Rather than just, uh, oh, rather than just PKers coming, PKers and people doing Chinchompas, let's throw in another group of person that's just gonna show up spontaneously and drop out, you know? Just for the stakes. Just to make it a little more dramatic. I don't even think Stream Together was a thing back then. Now that I'm thinking about it. That they were just talking to suck. I'm really curious about this guy. But I also am not really in a position to like just read through the logs. I mean, I could, but you know. Trying to max. But they did stoke my curiosity, I have to admit. No, I usually upload streams like the day of as well. So I could probably find what I was actually doing that day pretty easily. Man, that's a lot of meticulous effort. I might have too much time on my hands at the very least. Dude, it's like really disorienting when there's a person here. What? Did they just take my fucking trap? Like, bro. Maybe it just despawned and I'm just bad? I don't know. God damn, 757? Is that how many fucking VODs I have? About 800? Oh, so it's not even... Oh my god, 830. Good lord, how many fucking uploads do I have? Like full VODs, rather than... Well, not like full VODs. It's not like the entire day of stream. Because I break it up by game and stuff. Alright, June... I think it was May 24th. I was still doing... I had just finished my Questcape back then. Good lord. Yeah, we were playing Baldur's Gate 3. Fucking nailed it, actually. Oh. Alright, let's look. Oh, 514, actually, so it was a little before then. Would have been when I was doing Vardorvis or so. Sorry, so they're just talking about Slayer. They don't like Slayer, and I agree with them. They're explaining how to do nature runes. Using the achievement cape in a PvP world or whatever. What? I just read our entire logs. They've never once called me baby girl before. What the fuck? That's crazy. All right, well. Not only do I not remember them, but I think that they don't remember me either. Is that weird? That's awesome in a way. It's like, I don't feel like I've ever been called baby girl by someone other than like maybe Suck, you know? Maybe Savage has said that once to me, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's a unique enough thing that I would have remembered it, I feel like, and I feel justified in not remembering it because it doesn't seem like it fucking happened before. And I don't think we ever spoke about Hunter either. It's very interesting. I kind of wish they were still here. I want to pick their brain. I'm really thinking about what Elo was saying. I know Elo's like not an idiot, right? So I'm like trying to take what they're saying seriously. They're not here to like talk about it or defend, or they're not interested either way. And I'm like really struggling to imagine the food thing being worth it, because like I've been bolt spec'd for like fucking 65 damage. Like you can't just eat through that. Like what are we even doing here? Oh hey. I can't move. He's struggling to hit me though, which is good. I'll stop if yes. Yes. Oh. I was like, I don't know what that meant. I don't know what I'll stop if yes means, bro. I mean, I'm still teleblocked for like a long time, so maybe I should still like leave. Wait. Oh, I was like, am I a box trap short? But no, we're good. Sakus is finally a good Samaritan. I've actually encountered a couple guys, a couple bot slayers. I think it's pretty atypical for a bot to be like skill cape plus Din's Bulwark as well. Pretty interesting choice for a bot. I don't blame him for checking though. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro did not hurt me. Like, I'm still at full health. That's crazy. I probably should have said thank you. I mean, you know what I mean? Thank you for not killing me. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I am grateful, but like he was killing me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel a little torn about that one. Like I'm not saying that he's like a bad guy, but I don't know. I feel like we're even. You know what I mean? It's like, I appreciate you. Thank you for like not killing me, but like fucking ow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Is that weird? Again, he didn't hurt me though, to be fair. So it was just like, he fucked up my rate for a little while. Do you think I could plug my Twitch? Someone starts killing me and I'm like, I'm live. No, I'm a person. they kill me harder and clip it. That's happened before. Not someone killing me harder because I plugged my Twitch, but someone knew I was live and killed me on stream and they clipped it. Kind of based, honestly. But obviously I also deleted that fucking clip. Like, bruh. It was funny though. You did get me. You got my blood bark, I think. We were doing it for, or using it for like Callisto or something. Doing Wilderness Diaries, if I recall. Wait, if we were doing Wilderness Diaries, then that means that we have already finished the Questcapes. That was like less than a year ago. God damn. What's that guy doing? In a way, I kind of feel like it's kind of fucked up that I just like ignore people dying. But like, I got a big old shield, dog. Like, what am I gonna do? If you can't attack me, like my options are leave or stay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna like do something about it. I can't really do something about it. Hey, what's up, dude? This definitely does seem like a place that people would PK though. The logistics are definitely a nightmare though. Because you gotta teleblock. You gotta stop them from running. I guess though, in hindsight, Elo's kind of right about making it to the wilderness ditch if they don't have a way to stop me from running, right? But like they're gonna ensnare me, right? So I'd have to dodge the snare a lot to make it. Seems like a lot of, I mean, if you bring fucking Pterodomin Brews, it probably would be fine. How much damage do I think I would really realistically take on my way out the wilderness on foot? Because I've, like, that's the thing. It's like, I've failed to make it to, like, fucking Spindel in 99. You can get a lot of food in your inventory, though. What am I looking at? Like, what is it? 28 total spaces, so, and minus like 9, so like 19 food. Actually a little less because you want to bring the rest of your traps. So let's say it's these 4 plus 6 plus those 3 ish. Well, not exactly. You don't need this one. So plus 2. So 10, 11, 12. So 16. Hilo says Din's achievement armor. Prey mage. Easy spam, click, and chug. I think that the armor I'm wearing is better than the achievement armor. Dehide's better than that defensively, isn't it? I think that the achievement diary armor is like fucking mithril, right? Like it's like real bad. Spam, click, and chug. I understand what you're saying there. I'm just trying to like envision how far I would actually be able to get it. Like if I feel like I would be able to get out pretty consistently. Elos is better at ranged and melee defense. I don't need. ranged melee defense I could see, but like the Dins by itself, so if not swapping prayer, it's an easier time. Yeah, but you can swap prayer easily, right? Like, that's not a problem. I don't see that being an issue. And if you're running, like, if you're running for your life, you have nothing better to do except swap prayers. So I'm not really worried about that one. I don't know why I'm picking up these boxes. Like these 2 boxes. Just because it'll save me. It'll be faster bank. Yellow says I'm just yapping. No, I understand, but I think I'm trying to like take you seriously. You know what I mean? I think you might have a point, but I'm trying to understand. And like, I'm trying to do the math. I'm not just dismissing you. I'm trying not to dismiss you out of hand. I'm trying to consider what you're saying and say, that doesn't seem worth it to me, or maybe I should try it. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be that I survive, right? Like, let's say I just bring food, right? Because this isn't that much money, right? Like, as far as like the actual, so these are my defenses, right? Melee defenses, I feel like I'm good. Range defense, I feel like I'm good. The magic defense is spotty, but I'm gonna be praying that preferably anyway. So like, that's not a big deal. So we're looking at 12, 16 food, which is 21. It's a lot, actually. It's like 300, so they'd have to kill me 4 times. We're starting here. I've basically died just on this path before. That's definitely happened, but that was a bolt spec. That seems so fucking far to the ditch, bro. Saku says, what were the levels of the dudes hitting you? Varies. Mine's like really high though. $121. So maybe I wouldn't need to get it to the ditch is what you're saying. The highest level person I've seen other than the people in the like 2200 and 2K worlds was I think 111. So it'd only be to like level 10 would be far enough, which is like, is that around Ferox Enclave? This seems like about 10. This is like about 20. That's 30. Seems about right. So like you'd have to get not like all the way up, but like good ways. Oh, this is yeah, that's level 13, right? So yeah, this is level 10. That's level 20. I don't know, dog. We can definitely try it because I'm not doing anything with the space anyway. But the other thing that you were saying is the achievement diary armor, right? It's all spread out because I don't really use it. Oh, actually, can we look at it? And we'll compare. Just see what the stats are like. I think it's better just to use D'hide. But obviously I can be using like the Fremennik boots and stuff. I can fill in the rest of my shit. Kandarin helmets. It's mostly it, right? Rada's blessing. I guess I didn't need to deposit that. Oops. It's definitely better. It's plus 70 here and here. Well, 50 here, 30 there, 30 there, 30, 30, 50, 70. In exchange for 80 in magic defense. Which makes sense, right? Because you're basically gearing up versus strength and range, just like you were saying. But I think the magic defense is the most important one. But I just think that I don't know that, right? If they're gonna kill me fast, they're gonna kill me with a melee spec. Actually, they're gonna kill me with a Void Waker. But there's nothing you can do about the Void Waker spec. That's gonna do damage. You just gotta pray magic and it'll do less. There's something to be said for this. I like the magic defense better, because I'd rather them splash on me when they're trying to slow me down. But I'm also using a Din's Bulwark instead of like an Ellie or something, right? I think for now, I'm gonna ignore the achievement armor. Maybe not the boots though. They're not bad, right? This is literally -1. It's just a little bit better. Ring of Suffering actually would be pretty good too, but I don't have one. I could get one and just like imbue it, I guess. But because it does have defensive stats, right? But I don't actually. How good are the defensive stats on the Ring of Suffering? I literally don't even know. I just know it is defensive. And I have a slot +20. That's not bad. Recoil is going to be annoying to them, is it? Is a Ring of Recoil just as good defensively, basically? Ring of Recoil. No, not at all. Do I need to worry about losing the Ring of Recoil? Ring of Suffering, excuse me? Obviously, I don't give a shit about a Ring of Recoil. I don't think so, right? This doesn't have any like weird properties. I've got a Berserker ring. I'll be treated the same way. Yeah, no. So if I die, yeah, I keep it. So it'd be the same thing for the Ring of Suffering. So we can do that. We can go buy a Ring of Suffering real quick. One, two. That's all I care about. Yep. All right. We have an imbue scroll already as well. Just waiting for something worth imbuing. Oh my god, it's expensive. You can charge the Suffering with some recoils to another PKers. You know, I got you. I got you. I'm familiar. Oh, well, I mean, I can uncharge it, right? It's fine. I just don't want to have to think about it again. You know, we can get the money back. It's just Rings of Recoil, not a big deal. They all break. That's funny. It's okay. We can just keep the Ring of Suffering as well. It's a useful ring to have. Of the rings, it's one of the more useful ones anyway, but I've spent like what? 1 mil on that. That's fine. We made more than that in Champas anyway. Anybody else? While I'm thinking about it, I think that this necklace makes a lot of sense. We could do like a glory instead. It's not really good defensively though, so who cares? Recoil settings? Toggle recoil effect. No. Opposite of that. Alright. It's enabled now. Food? We're only risking 16,000 gold. So like, this is not bad. I don't mind risking this. We'll use 33,000 gold. Saku says one less turtle? Why? We can just drop the box traps, right? I'm okay with leaving the box traps behind. If somebody shows up, I'm not picking up my box traps. Right? Now, if nobody shows up, you're right. If I am just out here living my best life and no one shows up to PK me, you're right in that I will be leaving behind something. But I'll just leave behind a box trap or something. It's okay. I'm okay with, you know, whatever I'm losing. I'll drop my fucking Guam leaf or something, you know? I just clicked on a turtle. That's unfortunate. Well, I have my open inventory slot now. Whoops. Fucking whoops. I literally didn't even consider bringing food. I figured it would be a huge waste. Like I would just be giving them extra money, but realistically, under no circumstance should I be dying with food in my inventory, right? So I'm just making them kill me slower, which does mean that my rate is worse, which is definitely a significant downside for me, but I'm also griefing a PKer, which is good. So I don't know. Maybe that's fine. Soccer says they would have to Void Wake to kill you. 100 oh, yeah. You'd have to Void Waker to kill me. I mean, if I see them switch to a Void Waker, I am going to pray magic as well. But I don't know that my reaction speed is going to be, you know, top tier. If they're PK, or they're probably going to do the, you know, switch to Void Waker and spec in one tick type shit, which I'm not going to even pretend to be able to, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, you fucking got me for doing all that. So the downside about being in this world is that the odds of someone showing up to just kill me, like specifically to farm me, not like me specifically, but like anyone who's doing this, like a player, it's pretty high. Whereas before, the odds of encountering just an incidental PKer that's probably hunting bots instead is very high, you know? So it's much more likely that somebody's going to be coming after me specifically here. But it also means that the odds of a PKer is probably down a good amount as well. So there's a real chance that I can just like run south even if I'm being chased and just be fine. It also means that the odds of somebody being here, they're definitely going to be pretty close to my level as well. So I'd have to get all the way out, you know what I'm saying? But you know, that's fine. It is what it is. Really, we're only going to be able to test how much I like this after a PKer shows up. It's a weird It's a weird circumstance, huh? I don't feel like it's going to be very good, but it'll be much easier to know when it actually happens, you know? I do feel like it's very low odds that someone kills me with magic now, which is significant. I don't think that somebody was going to kill me with magic before either, to be fair. But we didn't even really improve my magic offense, but just the health makes it so that I really don't think that they're going to be killing me in like any amount of time. Maybe I'm just like super underestimating magic though. Maybe magic's like way better than I'm giving it credit. Tacos is another precaution you could take. Would be to do an extended anti-fire before going on a trip. You're right, but like, dude, I might as well save the extended anti-fire in my fucking inventory and just swig on it, because that's just gonna be. It's not gonna be a huge expense, but like the odds of it being relevant in the 20 minutes, like the trips aren't. Well, hold on. The trips are 10 minutes, right? So I'd be drinking it every time. That's true, I guess. So I guess in a given cycle, I could just drink it every time, and it probably would last for the amount of time that I'm going to be out anyway. That just sounds like such a pain in the ass, but it is definitely relevant. And it is definitely a subsidized cost. Elis says no harm in the food. As long as I don't die with the food, yes. And I have died with food before. Without even being bursted, I just kind of forget about it sometimes. But you're right. In theory, this should be better. Saku says, interesting thing. I know that people bring like surf helms for this shit too. Saku says, protect magic prevents the Dragonstone bolt activation. Oh, it does? Really? So continue to pray ranged or mage versus people using crossbow bolts. All right. So that time that I died, if I didn't switch to range protect, I might not have died. Because the only reason I really died there, I think, is because I took 65. Or at least the only reason I died at that moment was because I took 65. I was a huge fucking proc. What the fuck is Dragonstone? Is Dragonstone the same as like fucking dragon metal? You know what I mean? Like fucking orichalcum or whatever? They just decided to name the purple rarer gem Dragonstone? Because I know what a ruby and an emerald and a diamond are, but Dragonstone, bro? What the fuck is that? I guess I know what onyx is, sort of. But I don't think onyx is like actually onyx. I think it's like a mythical onyx. kind of like obsidian or whatever, same thing. Or like obsidian's like a real thing, but it's not like special. Obsidian's like in real life dragon glass. It's like volcanic glass or whatever. It's just regular glass, but it's like full of impurities, so it's black. That's like all obsidian really is. I think I remember, I think it was Small Ant beat Pokemon with like the worst luck possible. Like if anything could go wrong, it did go wrong. Like flinching and misses and all that shit. Crits as well. And it makes me wonder, could you do, or would it be good, I guess, to do like a league's effect where like your luck offensively is like maximum, so you always max it and you never miss, but defensively you also have the worst luck. Would that be worth it? So like you always take the maximum hit and they never miss you either. Because a lot of times you can pray and it's fine, and even when you are praying and you take damage, usually it's just chip damage, and maximum chip damage hurts, but it might be workable if you're doing so much damage yourself, you know? Like I'm thinking like Warden, right? If you're always hitting that Warden for 80 something with a shadow in your hands, would that be worth it if you're always taking, you know, maximum chip, as long as you're, you know, doing the dance, you're making a little love? Or would you just get down tonight? You know? I'm sure some content would be fucking impossible, right? Like, what's his name? Vanstrom in Sins of the Father? Like, there's no fucking way that you do enough damage to him. Ever. Like, in the rage phase, there's just no fucking way. He's gonna kill the shit out of you, dog. Maybe if you were max combat, it would be easier. But, like, he attacks so much. I don't know what his max hit is, but he definitely fucks. Fuck. I don't even know what I did wrong there. Oh, well, you see, you're not supposed to actually combine the tar and the guam leaf. That's the problem. So I was kind of thinking I was going to make up for the amount of time that we were banking, like thinking about what we were going to do gear-wise. And at the same time, we would have stakes for testing this gear, which is like legitimate. But we also have like quite a bit left in the stream. So I wonder, I'm thinking right now, right? Like we just bought a Ring of Suffering, right? Obviously, we're not going to be able to comp the Ring of Suffering, but we can comp the Rings of Recoil. So I say we either leave as a result of a PKer showing up, or when we can comp the Ring of Suffering Rings of Recoil that we just got. We can also sell the Ring of Suffering back, right? Like that's not a problem. But the Rings of Recoil, I think, according to Saku at least, is a sunk cost. So that's where I'm at right now. It's like, okay, well, we'll commit. So we'll have some stakes. We'll see. And if it works out, then Elo was right. All praise be to Lord Elo. And if it doesn't work out, then it's Elo's fault. And he owes me however much money we lose. Not at all. It's fine. We have agency here. I can be responsible for my own actions. It's fine. Think how much better my rate's gonna be if we just hang out, you know, without resetting. See, Elo agrees. The emotes Elo used, that means that they agree. I'm pretty sure. I'm not like an emote whisperer, but I feel pretty confident. Elo says, as a side note, yeah. Elo just harvested their first broccoli? Yo, that's awesome. Your first broccoli harvest, huh? Okay, how long have you been growing it to get your first harvest? And what are you growing it in? Is it like part of your garden? How big is a broccoli when it grows? Do you just like cut it to the root? Since February? Oh, God. It took 4 months. Does that mean it lasts all year? Or is it not, what is it, perennial? Or no, perennial is when it doesn't last, right? Annual means that it comes back every year, right? And perennial means that you have to plant them every year, right? Are there perennial or annual vegetables? Is that a thing? I imagine so, because like your mints and herbs are like that, right? They just like grow forever. Potatoes. Nilo says, started growing them inside, then put them outside in late April. Asparagus and peppers. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's one of those things where like when you grow your own stuff, you end up with like way too much. You have like none at all, and then you have way too much, and then you have none at all again, right? You have to like pickle it in order to have it when you want it. I've definitely known people who've grown tomatoes, lots of tomato plants. Yellow says you gotta stagger the planting, but like you're still not gonna have it like, maybe you could have it for a season, but you're not gonna have it for like the year, you know? That's fair though. If you stagger the planting, that would change it a good amount. Like you do it like one plant every 2 weeks or something, that probably would help a lot. I could definitely do tomatoes or potatoes, I imagine. But I'd struggle to use a lot of different things. I like asparagus. I like a lot of things actually, but like I just imagine getting like any more than like one meal's worth. I just like couldn't, you know what I mean? I could eat it like one day, but eating the rest of it, I just don't know if I could even swing it. Yellow says, my taste / smell is shot. So repeated meals are very welcome. That's crazy. I wonder if my taste is bad too. My smell I don't think my smell is that bad, but I guess I wouldn't really know. But my taste is like not, I'm not like too picky. That's not really the problem. Like I don't have a problem. Like I've had weeks where like I ate nothing but like pizza, right? Like, you know what I mean? It's just that cooking stuff is like kind of an issue for me. Like I can definitely do it, but like I have onions right now and I just don't like know what to do with them. And people are just like saute them and I'm like, I guess I could, but I'm just gonna be sauteing. Well, first of all, my pan is kind of fucked at the moment. It's a cast iron pan and I kind of want to clean it without washing it. And the only way to do that, I think, is to like have some kind of, I need some kind of abrasive rub. I was using paper towels before, but I ran out of paper towels. I could just get paper towels. That's probably the answer. It's just fucking get some. But I can't be asked to go anywhere. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a confluence of factors, which amount to me being at least a certain percentage of just straight up lazy, you know? Let's just fry and eat. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but like, I don't have anything to eat it with is the kind of the problem. I did find out I have about a pound of beef left. So I can use that, to be fair. But I've got like probably 4 onions. Oh shit. That fucking hurt. Oh man. We gotta get out of here. Run, run. So I guess it worked. It's not exactly what I meant by like escape because of the food, but I did escape because of the food, right? So like it works. I guess we count it as a dub. Oh, hey cat, what's up? You almost witnessed me getting murdered, but don't worry, I lived. I lived, bitch. Do you think my traps are still there? Wait. That's not right. This is the wrong place. Yellow says food is calories. It is. It's true. It's like the main thing that it is, actually. But like, I don't know, man. Sometimes it feels like so much work, you know? It's kind of what it boils down to, I guess. Wait. There we go. It's like, I don't want these. Cat says, glad to see you lived. I looked into Monster Hunter updates. I just ate another turtle. No! Rip my fucking extra turtles, man. Cat says, we're getting 2 returning monsters and underwater combat. Oh, God. Oh, you do swim in this game now that you mention it. If we're getting underwater combat, does that mean that this is finally the return of the Sadus from Monster Hunter Tri? This is our only chance to experience the Sadus, because that is a fully swimming, it's a fully aquatic monster. You kind of encountered something very similar in Rise? I think it was Rise. The like floaty guy? There was a floaty guy that was like kind of like swimming the whole time, sort of. Cat says, I'm scared to do underwater combat. I'm not scared of it. I just think it's going to be bad. People are already complaining about Monster Hunter Wilds. They're going to get underwater content in this game. They're going to be like, what the fuck? Who let mans cook? Get that motherfucker out of the kitchen. This guy tried to kill me with fucking Atlatl darts, bro. Crazy. Crazy. Wait, I think I've seen this guy. Yeah, Mikey's? Yeah, I know Mikey's. Mikey's is cool. Don't worry. Mikey's and me, we go way back. Cat says, rip what's left of the goodwill, I guess? Yeah, no shit. I don't even know if there is any, to be honest. I think it's still overwhelmingly negative. Cat says, do you think the hip check king will return? He's not even like an aquatic monster. And also, no. Though it would be funny if he did. Fucking Plesioth. I'm not sure I've ever fought a Plesioth. I definitely caught Plesioths before, but I don't know if I actually fought one before. Because they're like in like generations as like a thing that you can like catch in like a mini game and shit like that. But I don't know if they're like actually a monster that you can fucking fight. Cat says he's a fish kind of guy. Oh, I know exactly what a Plesioth is, but I don't know if I've ever actually, you know, slain one or anything like that. I've definitely never experienced the hitbox at its fucking peak, you know, because I would know. I would remember. Cat says his hitbox was the worst. Oh, I'm well aware. I've seen the videos. I'm very familiar with this shit. He'll fucking drag you. He's got a fucking gravitational pull with this shit. He's got that Shakira. Bow. All right, well, I guess the food has proven itself. It's not the test I wanted for the food, but it will do. Cat says perhaps he's actually magnetic. That would only make sense if you are also magnetic. Which I guess most of the time you are. But only most of the time. You can be in your skivvies using a bone dagger or something. Cat says all the metal weapons. A lot of them are, but not all of them are. Cat says bone might save you. Yeah, I would think so, but I'm not sure. Had to look closely at every bone weapon. Monster Hunter, but I'm only allowed to use non-metallic gear. You have to examine every piece of gear thoroughly. Like, are there any screws or bolts in this shit? I can only be primal man. That says that the pine cone is also coming in, so bleed might be coming back too. The Odo Garen's already in the game. Doesn't he already have bleed? Shouldn't he already have bleed? He's an ebony Odo Garen. I would think that he still is able to inflict bleed. I don't know that for a fact. I know he's got dragon, right? But I thought he also still had bleed. Cat says, I think, but I can't remember. I know the Odo Garen for sure does bleed, but I don't know that the ebony one does. I'm sorry. The Guardian Ebony Odo Garen. This motherfucker's got every goddamn title. And he'll never be as an ogre. Like he acts like he's got the swag, but he's definitely not. I don't know. Stick with the sickness. I don't know. I felt like I should have said something else, but I didn't come up with anything to say. I'm going to be honest. Cat says that he's like an isekai. What do you mean by that, Cat? What could you possibly mean by that? That's like not nearly specific enough. Gosh. How tired I am is coming in waves. I'm still locked in. I'm still here. But I definitely could see ending early as being an option. Wouldn't be the end of the world either. Just want to try and get some extra progress while I can. I just suck. I just failed to do what I'm supposed to do. Cat says he has a crazy long title. Oh, like an isekai anime has a crazy long title. Okay, sure. I wonder if his name is equally stupid in Japanese. If it's like fucking 5 different words. It probably is. Cat says, are you farming? I'm hunting. See, look. they explode. They're like squirrels, except they explode when you throw them. That is the primary thing you do with them, by the way. You throw them at other things so that they explode and kill your enemies. What? I missed, I guess? Cat says, I thought you were farming, but hunting exploding critters sounds more exciting. You'd be surprised, actually, how dull it is. The thing is, I'm in the wilderness, which is like the PvP zone in this world. So at any time, somebody could come over here and touch my butt. But not Mikey. Mikey's the homie. He would never do that. See? Mikey with a Z. You know what I mean? He and I, we go way back. I met him yesterday. Never spoke to him. Never once. And as you can see, I trust him with my life. Cat says the Z always makes it cooler. Yeah, like James with a Z. Though I don't know if his name actually has a Z at the end of it. I think his last name is just with a Z. I think it's James space Withaze. James with a Z. I'm not sure though what his name actually is. I suppose his last name could be with a Z and his first name does have a Z at the end of it. That would be perhaps the most appropriate. But I love the irony of his name, his first name not having a Z in it. Also, if his last name is with a Z, I feel like he's obligated to marry someone who has a Z in their name, because otherwise it's going to be like James with a Z and Barbara with a Z, you know? It's fucked up. Cat says it's almost peak naming. What do you mean almost? What do you got? Almost. Skepticism over here. James with a Z. It's Jamez Withazee. So his first name does have a Z in it, and his last name is indeed with a Z. Beautiful. Thank you, internet, for blessing me this day. Cat says Zeph is a little cooler. He spells his name with an X. So you're telling me that X's are cooler than Z's? I don't know about that one, dog. X's are definitely edgier than Z's, but I think Z's are cooler. Cat says, yeah, I might be biased. That might be the nicest thing I've heard you say about Zeph. At least today. Cat says, I like picking fake fights with him. We almost never actually fight. I should hope so. Jesus. I imagine it's mostly banter. At least mostly banter. Goddamn. I should hope. Blink twice if you need help, Zeph. Jesus. Cat says, if it was real, I would tell it to run. Yeah. Wait, you would still warn him? That's nice of you, actually, in a way. Cat says, I respect his autonomy, so I wouldn't just make the decision for him. The decision to fight? Damn. Okay. That's crazy. All right. Just remind me to stay out of the fucking way. Hey, Zeph. I'm tired. I should probably sleep. But think of all the RuneScape experience that we're gonna miss out on. We could progress so much. Kat says, did you not sleep well? Well, no, I slept fine. I just didn't sleep enough. I went to sleep at like 4. Woke up at like, I think I woke up at 7 and then woke up when my alarm went off at 8. Something like that. The whole like weekend streaming thing for me, I need to be a little more strict about, you know, sleeping, because it's gonna be a problem eventually. Eventually I'm going to actually like fall asleep on stream or something, crash out. Cat says perhaps sleep might be in order. What? What's up, Mikey? What's going on, dude? Cat says, do you snore? That's something that I wouldn't really know, right? Last I checked, my ex told me no. I believe they said no. But anything could have happened, right? I don't think so, though. Cat says, I think snoring on stream would be embarrassing. I feel like sleeping on stream is worse than that. I haven't fallen asleep sitting in a chair in a very, very long time. I remember I stayed over somebody's house once and I fell asleep in a chair. And I was like slightly, like barely awoken. I don't know when, but they woke me up. Not the friend, somebody else woke me up. And they were like ushering me towards a bed. So I fully just got into that bed and went to sleep. Like they could have guided me anywhere. They could have guided me into a body of water. They could have guided me into a river and I would have just followed them. I was like fully not there. It's like barely awake, somebody leading me by the nose. I was like, yeah, sure, man, I'm going wherever you're taking me. And I found bed and then I stayed in bed. That was the day that I almost rode a jet ski. Instead, I slept. I was at the homie's house and we slept. I think the plan was to wake up like early and we ended up waking up at like, I don't know, probably like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So I was like, oh, well, never mind, I guess. Kat says, I'm happy they helped you into bed. Sleeping in chairs hurt your neck. Ah, that's fine. You know what I mean? It's one of those situations where you'd be fine. Young and dumb, you know? They bounce back. Just throw them off a building or two. They'll be fine. Cat says rub some dirt in it. Now you're getting it. See? Should I just reset? I guess. There's like literally no Chinchompas here. Literally just waiting for something to do now. Oh hey, the Artie pet. Cat says, did you catch them all? Actually, funny you should mention that. So these Chinchompas, they come in 3 varieties, gray, red, and black. These are the black ones. But there's a Chinchompa pet, which you can get just by doing what I'm doing now. There's a random chance that you get a Chinchompa pet, which is a permanent companion in this game. It's like 1 in probably like 3K or something like that, right? Whatever. And if you get the Chinchompa pet, you can interact with it. And if you interact with it, there's like a 1 in, I don't know, 300 something. There's a low chance that the Chinchompa will become yellow as a reference to Pikachu. And then from that point onwards, you can switch it to be yellow or not yellow at any time you want. I think they're normally gray. I think the Chinchompa pet's only gray. I think it's yellow or gray or something. I don't know. Maybe you can change it to any color as well. Any of the Chinchompa colors, but I'm not sure. I've only ever seen the yellow ones. But yeah, there are pets in this game. They don't do anything. They're just pretty and follow you around. They're all basically exclusive though. No pay to win pets. No pay to get pets, I guess. Pay to acquire. You just have to be lucky. I've got a few. But yeah. Cat says I like when games let you have pets. Only the member experience. So no free to play pets in this game. I actually walk past all my pets. They're in my house. Next time I reset, I can show them to you, but that'll be a while probably. But yeah, I got like the Vorkath pet. I got a dragon. I got a bird. Got a rat with 3 heads. I got a dodo bird. So I got like a parrot and a dodo bird, I guess. I got a fish in a bowl, a rock, 2 cats. Elos' jelly Vorkath pet. All you gotta do is kill him. 667 times or something. 690 times. That's all I did. I didn't even do a good job killing him. Cat says the rat with 3 heads sounds cool. His name is Scribbles. Well, my name for him is Scribbles, but that's the scurriest pet. Gilo says 4K here. I think you missed him somewhere along the way. Just go back. Get another 4K. You'll probably find him. Cat says rip the free-to-play players. You can play this game free-to-play and do members content. You just need to make 16 million gold, and then you can play the member content for a week. How long does a bond last? 2 weeks? How do I not know how long a bond lasts? I'm really tired, guys. 1 week, right? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Thank you, Elo. I'm like, 1 week seems too short, but 2 weeks seems like a weird amount of time. Cat says, is it percentage based for the drop for pets or a grind based system? It depends on the pet. Wait. No, it's always drop. It's always percentage. Is there a pet that you can acquire? There's transmogs that you can get based on like, so you can like transform the pet to make it look different based on like different circumstances, like challenges or like a number of kills and stuff like that. But every pet is RNG. Yama? You can get Yama just from killing him a bunch? All right, I don't know about the Yama pet. That one's brand new. Yeah, there are no like achievement based pets. There's nothing that's like, oh, if you do XYZ, you get a pet. Not really. Cat says, I'll look at all the pets now. Yeah, they're easy to spot. Make sure you're looking at OSRS and not just RuneScape. Just RuneScape, also known as RS3 or RuneScape 3, is a different game. They're related. They're like sibling games or whatever, but this one's OSRS. The first few streams I did of this game, I put the wrong game in the stream title because I didn't know. I just didn't know. I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? Here's a few pets that you would like though. You might like Duke's Succulus. You probably like the Whisperer. You'll definitely like Fosani's Nightmare. Elo says, many transmogs don't require luck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In fact, the transmogs are very often not luck oriented at all. There are some though, like the forestry pet, the fox or whatever. You have to get the forestry event, and you also have to like get the thing from the event. What else? I don't think I know anything else off the top of my head. I'm not like a pet guy, pet hunter. You like Leviathan? He's a pretty ugly bastard. It's little Leviathan because he's a smaller version of the Leviathan. They look the same though. One's just scaled down. A lot of the pets have pretty good names. I don't like the way a lot of them look though. Some of them are fine, but like it's definitely hit and miss. Cat says it's like a tiny worm. I mean, that's a fucking massive worm, dog. That's like a worm the size of your fucking thigh, bro. Like, what do you mean? But he is a tiny, like, Leviathan. He's like a tiny dragon. I'll give you that. But like worm, nah, that is a massive fucking worm. It's like anaconda-sized worm. Like, that's probably bigger than your thigh. How big is an anaconda around? Probably bigger. Do you think if a snake worked out, you'd be able to tell that it's ripped? What would a snake's muscles look like under the scales? Would it even look different if a snake was like way stronger than other snakes at the same size? I feel like you don't really experience animals like exercising or working out or getting stronger or whatever, but they're certainly more than capable of it. The only really animals that I'm aware of that like ever do that shit is just like us and like dogs. But in theory, and I guess cats as well, but in theory, like any of them can. Cat says, I'm not sure snakes are pretty much all muscles. Yeah, but you can make them, the muscles stronger, you know? You think that they're constantly at maximum strength? No fucking way, right? They probably mostly laze around. Or laze around as much as they can. Cat says if the muscles got too beefed, then it might interfere with the stretching and eating process. That only matters if they eat something too big. If it's your pet snake, you can just feed him more often something smaller, right? I don't think that would necessarily be an issue. Or at least an insurmountable one. Cat says if it was a pet, I think the snacks would be fine, but in the wild, snakes sometimes have eyes bigger than their stomachs. They definitely do. I've seen some snakes busted open from eating like fucking alligators and shit. I guess that would be specifically pythons in Florida. The pythons are invasive, right? I think so. I think the crocodiles or whatever are like indigenous to the Everglades. One of them is invasive and the other isn't. I don't remember which. They're both like fucking ubiquitous though. Maybe the pythons are indigenous because people hunt the crocodiles. Crocodiles? Alligators. They're probably alligators. I know America has both. And the difference is like subtle. It's like, oh, well, you see, an alligator's teeth only goes up while a crocodile's teeth, when their mouth is closed, go up and down. Oh, wow. Oh, well, you see, an alligator's snout is wider and flatter, where a crocodile's snout is fucking narrower and sharper. Like, So I have to have two of them side by side in order to tell the difference. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, dude. Cat says, yes, python and boas are typically pets that lived through floods and hurricanes. Okay. Okay, so they're invasive. They're just well adapted to that environment naturally. Yeah, it says, yeah, it's quite an issue because they will eat small pets and birds have taken quite a hit. Oh, yeah, I know that the invasive, whichever one was invasive, I know it was fucking up the environment in a big way. Like, kill on sight. You know what I mean? Like, they are not, the state of Florida or whatever is not concerned at all if you as a civilian want to just go out with your fucking rifle and go hunt whatever the invasive one is. Like, go ahead. You're doing them a favor. Kill all of them. They can't provide a bounty for skins or anything though, because every time that has happened in history, what you do is you actually make more a problem, because rather than people just going out and hunting all of them, they farm them and sell them for profit, right? You know what I mean? Like they just grow them themselves, which is the opposite of what you want. Cat says, I think it's kind of sad that cats are also invasive. Oh, intensely. Cats are like really, really bad. Outdoor cats especially, but like feral cats in general. I say outdoor cats especially because like there's nothing will shorten your cat's lifespan as much as it being an outdoor cat. Like cats will live to be like 20, maybe 25 years old. That's an old cat, but it's possible, right? Unless it's an outdoor cat, when you're talking like 2 to 5, like literally like 20 years off of its lifespan, like fully 20 years. Like Jesus Christ. Cat says Zumi was a wild cat until we took him in. Yeah. Because cats can survive very, very well just on their own. They'll be not like fine, obviously, because 20 years left off of their lifespan, but they can definitely survive. They're definitely capable, and basically everywhere that we live, they can live. Though they probably won't live far from us. I don't think that they go out into the forest or nothing, because they are not immune to predators at all, like coyotes and stuff like that. Anything out there can definitely give them a rough time, but they can also, hold their own. Cat says, and some cats just kind of get dumped, but are still super sweet on people. Oh yeah. I don't think that, like, cats, like dogs, I don't think that they will live like completely independent of us unless they have like some strong cause to. But yeah, I don't think that being wild is like a problem for them, as far as like how easy it is to like renaturalize them or anything. It's just an environmental concern, I think. So honestly, like letting them live in the like wilderness isn't necessarily a problem as far as like nature being nature, if you don't mind them just having a shorter lifespan, but you definitely should, spay and neuter your pets. And also the wild ones, maybe specifically the wild ones. I guess your indoor cat doesn't need to necessarily be spayed or neutered, but it's probably better for various reasons, especially like health concerns. and if ever they get out type stuff. Cat says, oh, have you heard about the frogs or toads that are also invasive? I don't think so. That one doesn't sound terribly familiar to me. Frogs or toads? Oh, the cane toad. Yeah, I do know about the cane toad. That guy's poisonous. He'll fuck some dogs up. Don't let your dog eat a cane toad. The cane toad might not live, but your dog probably won't either. It's not good. They have like a nasty, like pussy poison. Comes out of the like pores and shit. Out of the like face and stuff. Yeah, no, you don't want those guys. Those are nasty bastards. Cat saying that it's super icky. Yeah, it's definitely not good. Those are another like kill on sight. Like wherever those guys happen to be, I'm pretty sure like whatever state government or whatever you've got, they are perfectly fine with you taking whatever you want. Fucking big ass rock, whatever. You know what I mean? Kill on sight. They don't give a fuck. Like they're like, yes, get them motherfuckers out of here. Elo says humans are invasive. I mean, technically, yeah, but like not in a way that matters. They're only invasive in like fucking Antarctica. Humans have been like everywhere that we can be for like a really long time. You know what I mean? Like hundreds of thousands of years or whatever. There was that like, was it Trans-Siberian land bridge or whatever, which to me isn't even like guaranteed the impetus of like Native Americans or whatever, just because there's a little bit of like aberrant call it DNA, I guess, just a little bit, nothing decisive, I think. And obviously, you know, like the Polynesian peoples certainly, I don't know that they have, but I think that wayfinders, they could have made it across the Pacific. I believe it. But I don't think that there was like a big population until the peoples of the across the land bridge or whatever, you know. But yeah, there were people here before Christopher Columbus came, that's for damn sure. And everywhere else for a long time. Not everywhere. Like, you know, we're technically invasive to, you know, what is it, the Galapagos as well. A few other places, I'm sure, but not to the point that I'm concerned about it, personally. And people are also like, despite the fact that it's easy to cast humanity in like a very negative light, the only like environmentalists that exist in nature are humans, right? Like, we're the only ones who like have like the forethought. Now, animals, like wild animals and stuff, they tend to exist in like some kind of harmony, but that's only because of like evolutionary pressures or whatever. Like if dolphins could be humans, they would be, you know what I mean? They would make the world full of dolphins and nothing but dolphins. You know what I mean? We're the only ones who actually give a shit. and not even all of us give a shit, but that's still better than the alternative. You know what I'm saying? If termites were in our position, the world would just be fucking termites. They would have fucking burned the world from both ends, the wick of the world from both ends, to make the world just termites. They don't give a fuck. Termites aren't granting or planting, you know, fresh trees to like eventually take over and cannibalize. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a thing that's happening. I guess it wouldn't be cannibalized. It would be like infest. There's probably a more colonize. Yeah, I was like, there's probably a more positive sounding. Damn, colonize is more positive sounding. It is though than infest. Cat says pretty much everything in nature has natural checks and balances, with those unable to adjust becoming extinct. Yeah, probably. Pretty much everything? Yeah, that seems fair to me. But none of that is like intentionality. We're the only ones who are like, what, wardens, you know? Mindful sentinels. Even if we're not very good at being protectors or anything like that, we at least give a shit. Again, more so than most. And that's like for as long as, for time immemorial, basically. It's like, oh, well, obviously we're not going to cut down all the fucking trees. We need them to grow back in order to use them for something else. You know? Not time immemorial. I shouldn't go that far back, because obviously there was a time where we attributed to the Greek gods being kind. Fucking animals didn't migrate. They just changed into different animals for a while. There was a time where we didn't believe that our actions had consequences. That's fair, but it's been a long time, a couple thousand years, that we were pretty sure shit mattered. Actually, I guess I really shouldn't say all that, because depending on who you ask, not even who you ask, but who you're talking about, because there's that one population of migratory birds that like disappeared in like the last 100 years or whatever, right? Like it was like very, very, like a very strong population of like some kind of like sparrow type bird or whatever that went through like New York or whatever, and they would catch them by like just like throwing nets or whatever, like anything that you could think of to catch birds, it would just work by like the dozen. They were like, there's so many of them, we could just catch them. Like, why would we ever restrict the amount of like hunting that we have for these? There's so many of them. Like, look at them. There's like literally thousands of them flocking together. And they just like caught them and caught them and caught them. And at some point, some environmentalists were like, hey, yo, we got to stop catching these birds. And everybody's like, what do you mean? As long as I've known for all my life, there's always been these birds and there always will be these birds. We don't need to worry about catching these dudes. Fuck them. It's always going to be fine. And now they're extinct. You know what I mean? Like, so it's perhaps more recent than I'm giving it credit for in some ways. In other ways, not though. Like, there's a lot of like, you know, aboriginal, you know what I'm saying? Like native practices that are like very much in harmony with nature. It's like, no, we really shouldn't overdo this. Like, it does matter. So it's a little bit of a balancing act, I guess. But still, we're the only ones who give a shit. That's for damn sure. Still, even if we're bad at it and dumb. All right, well, I don't want to hang out here anymore because it took too long. We'll reset again. Kat says, I think it would be really interesting if crows became more capable of thought. I wonder what changes and challenges it would bring up. I'm not sure that it would change very much. I don't think that humanity cares about other creatures yet. I think it would take us encountering a more intelligent creature than us before we gave a shit. And if we encountered a more intelligent creature, we would probably consider other creatures that are our peers. More seriously. This doesn't really help very much, but what I'm making the PKR do is right click to target me. Later, man. Dude. That's fucking awesome. Do we just stop streaming right now? Nothing's gonna be better than that. Nothing's gonna be better than that today. I'm gonna keep it 100. That was fucking awesome. So what we just did was we saved someone who was getting chased by a PKer, right? And what I did was I walked under, because if you walk under someone, they have to right click in order to choose who they're gonna hit. And that amount of micro fucked him up consistently enough that the person was able to get far enough away that the guy who was trying to kill someone targeted the other guy, right? That was trying to help as well. And that other guy teleported out. And as soon as he teleported out and the other guy was out in the distance, I teleported out too. So he tried to kill someone. That a player was trying to maliciously kill another player to make money off of our hard work. And us, the lowly nothings, the pathetic, defenseless plebeians, scrounged together like the opposite of crabs in a pot. You understand? It was a situation where we're all rats, right? We're rats getting chased, hunted by a cat. But all these rats bound together and we chased away the cat. That's what just happened. Cat says the thylacine was hunted to death by humans. People still argue that they lived in Australia. I don't know what the thylacine is, but I know that there's like Tasmanian tiger. Is it literally a Tasmanian tiger? Tasmanian devil. There was some kind of like Tasmanian, kind of looked like a dog or like a coyote. That was extinct. Oh, Cat says is also known as the Tasmanian tiger. I see. I should have just continued reading. They went extinct in the 1930s. I should have just continued reading. Surprise. I'm stupid. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we gotta. What do we? A special event? Oh, the SummerSlam? I see. That's not a like incredibly special event. Oh, hold on. Is the homie celebrating his birthday? Yeah, you sure do be. All right. We'll hang out with the homie then. He's pretty late into his stream, but it doesn't look like he's ending quite yet. Oh god. Yeah. We'll end a little early because that was awesome. That was fucking awesome. Now, what's your name? Strava VT. Strava, if you don't know him, he's primarily a Sly Cooper speedrunner. He speedruns all 4 of the Sly Cooper games, meaning the Thieves Raccoonus, Sly 2, Band of Thieves, Sly 3, Band of Thieves, and Sly 4, Thieves in Time. I don't know what the fuck the name of the Sly Cooper games are. I played the first 3 of them though. I actually really like Sly Cooper. So I'm a big fan of the franchise. But I'm gonna raid out into Strava for now. Right now he's playing. I have no idea what the fuck this game is. I'm gonna keep it 100. It looks like Animal Crossing, but it's clearly not Animal Crossing. He's got a bow and he's a level 62 hunter. But we'll find out together, I guess. He's hanging out with a bunch of friends, it looks like. I have no idea what they've got going on, but I presume. Just kidding. He's raiding out right now. No! It could have been Fantasy Life, but he's raiding out, so we're not gonna raid into him. No, I literally just saw he was raiding out. The fucking bastard. All right, we're gonna raid into who he raided, who I was looking at a second ago anyway. Instead, we're raiding into Neapolitan, the ice cream themed Kitsune, good friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, obviously. She's playing Peak right now with Elian Sin and Center Emerac, 2 other good mutual friends as well. It's so funny to me that you raided out, you fucking dick. It's fine. We're going.